Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Chanel. So today I am planning to go to Burlington to check out their Halloween stuff, and then since there's a Home Goods right next door, which is a different Home Goods than I went to the last time, I'll probably pop in there to see if they had anything that was different. And then I might also pop into Home Depot as well to see if they've started putting out any of their Halloween stuff. So let's go do some Halloween hunting, and then at the end of the video, if I do get anything, I will do a little haul and show you guys everything that I got. Upon walking into Home Depot, they had a lot of outdoor decorations. They had this 12-foot skeleton, this 9-foot gruesome grounds spooky tree. They had this giant animated troll, and then they also had a 6-foot skeleton, and then they had the Chucky dolls, and those were the only dolls they had out on display. These were $2.29 each. Then I popped over next door to Burlington, and they did have a good amount of Halloween out. That witch's hat with the snake wrapped around it was really cool. They had a lot of little spooky lanterns, this old typewriter with a skeleton hand on it. They had some haunted houses and this skeleton stack with pearls and rhinestones. They had this skeleton playing a trumpet. They had a couple terracotta pumpkins, spell books with a spider on it. They had this cute little cauldron with the disco balls in it. And they had these little string lights. It was a ghosty and haunted houses. And then they just had a ton of different types of ghosties. They had this skeleton snow globe with a Mr. and Mrs. They also had this skeleton face with gold teeth and gold spiders. They had this light up cauldron with a potion pouring into it. They had skeletons with flowers, light up outdoor skeletons, skeleton stakes, skeletons on a bench. They had these really big stacks of skeleton heads, and those were pretty cool. They were kind of like a bronzy, rustic color. Then they had a ton of ghosty pillows, ghosties holding pumpkins, glitter ghosties, ghosties with witch hats. They had this silver skeleton, ghosty with a cowboy hat, glitter witch hat, pillow. And this Burlington was super messy, so I'm sorry for the not aesthetic preview, but that little witch's hand holding a globe was pretty cool. They had a lot of Mickey in there and Disney like outdoor mats. They had some other IPs there as well. I think they had a couple Snoopy things. This House is a Little Baddie sign was cute. They had a Lilo and Stitch, I believe that is. Outdoor mat or indoor mat. They had a Snoopy mat. Another Mickey and Minnie outdoor mat. They had these little Mr. and Mrs. skeletons. Those were pretty cool. And they did have quite a few Halloween blankets with ghosties, spider webs. And this skeleton head was pretty cool. And so was this stack of potion books with a skeleton on top. And then they had a skeleton or skull tree. They had a pink stack of skulls, and then they just had a bunch of fall there. So then I went over to a Home Goods as well. This is a different Home Goods than I went to in my previous video. And it did seem like they had a lot of different items from what I originally saw at different Home Goods. And then I also did see some similar items as well. These really large witches' hats were super cool. They had a little witch figurine, witch on a pumpkin. They had some Jack Skellington type figurines, Nutcracker type things. They had this glass pumpkin with butterflies on it. They had this cute little Frankenstein dog. A little basset hound witch dog, it looked like. This skeleton frame was pretty cool. They had a ton of wreaths as well, and skeletons. This cute little Halloween purple and orange tree. They did have quite a few gnomes. This was like a Frankenstein gnome. They had this cool little snow globe with skeleton hands and an eyeball inside of it. And then I think I did see some of these at the other Home Goods, these little TVs with pictures inside of them. Those were pretty cool. This one with the skeletons I really liked. And some more hanging skeletons and some snow globes, a Jack Skellington Disney snow globe, and then a haunted house snow globe. That one was pretty cool. They had a ton of skulls, glittery black skull. Lots of little ghosties and pumpkins. Some more gnomes. This cute little gingerbread haunted house. Have these little hanging bats. And then they had this skull wreath that was really cool. I really liked that one. They had some little straw witches' hats. And then they had this other skull wreath that was pretty cool as well. I think I like the other one better though. They had a little witch's broom. Some cauldrons and ceramic pumpkins. More ghosties. Some smaller hanging skeletons in pink, green, and black. They had this gold skull snow globe. And then there's like a bunch of gold glitter inside of it. They had a pineapple skull. They had this cool little skull candelabra. They had a skull on a potion book. Ton of little haunted houses and pumpkin pails, pumpkin pots. The skull stacked snow globe was pretty cool too. Had black glitter inside of it. And these tiny little Halloween ornaments in black and white, and the white one said boo. And then they also had them in black and orange. Super cute, but they were very, very tiny ornaments. And they had a ton of those string lights that I think I saw in the last Home Goods. This little mummy with pumpkin stack. And some more pumpkin, ceramic, and plastic. Then they had some more skeletons and random knickknacks over here. They had this cool little skeleton. I believe it was a candle holder. Silver glittery skull head. Cauldron with the disco balls. They had this cool skeleton hand with a gold snake wrapped around it. I would have totally got it if it was silver, because that would definitely go more with the theme. And then especially because in a previous video from Dollar Tree, I got some black candle holders with silver snakes. That would have looked really cool if it was silver. They had some Hello Kitty salt and pepper shakers, this cool little Halloween cake. They had this cool little haunted house, and then just like a ton of dishware over here. They have these cute little Snoopy bowl plates, mugs. These cute little salt and pepper shakers. These little boo cups with doggies in ghost costumes. They had these bowls with skull hands holding it. This Fright Night cup was really cool. They had these tiny little plates with ghosties and pink and orange pumpkins. And then this Home Goods had a ton of plates, but none of the plates that I got in my previous Home Goods haul, so I'm really glad I hopped on those and grabbed them. But these ones were really cool too. They had a ton of variation of skull plates. Skull with spiders, skull with flowers, haunted houses. They had some with gold trim and accents on them. Ton of plates. I'm very surprised with the selection here. They have this cool little skeleton cocktail shaker, these little bat cups. And then they also had little ghosty cups. They were black. And then they had these little ghosty stemless wine glasses. They had skeleton shot glasses, ghosty coasters, pink ghosty stemless wine glasses. And then they just had more glasses over here. I didn't see anything Halloween. They had this cool little skeleton bowl and which
All right,
way
so I
to
just
the
got back
booze
from
sign.
going to Home Depot, Burlington, and Home Goods, and then I also did stop by Michael's, and I did not pick up anything at Home Depot, Burlington, but I did get some things from Home Goods and Michael's, so I'm going to do a little haul and show you guys everything that I got. So from Michael's, I got this cool little skull hourglass, and I thought this would look really cool on the table decor that I'm doing, kind of like more of a skull theme on it. So I got this, and they were having 30% off on all their Halloween decorations, so I think I paid like $16 for this. So I thought this was a good addition to the decor theme I'm going for. And then I also picked up another paint by numbers, another skull paint by numbers. This is like a Mr. and Mrs. skull. It has 1,848 sections, so this is like twice the amount of sections that the last one I did had, and I just thought they would kind of look cool hanging next to each other. So another skull painting to kind of go in with the skull decor that I'm planning to do. And then I'll show you, because I just finished the last paint by numbers I did, I'll go grab it and show you guys what it looks like all done. So here's the last paint by numbers that I got, I think like a week or two ago. And I just spray painted these little wooden frame things they give you in the box black. And yeah, this is going to go in the dining room as well with all the other skull decor that I have going on there. So I thought this was a pretty cool one. Little skull with like spell books and potion bottles. And then also from Michael's, I did end up getting one of these Spooky Town platforms to put on, or to put the houses on for the Spooky Town. So they've got like moss and they're kind of like foamy, and they have like one big section and two little ones. So I thought this would be cool to lay the town on. And yeah, like I said, they were having 30% off their Halloween. So that was like $15. And then I also had a $10 coupon. So I ended up paying like $5 for that. So I thought that was a really good deal on those. So that was everything that I got from Michael's. I swear I've been going to Michael's like once or twice a week and I need to stop. So then I also went to Home Goods and I got a couple of things from there. This was a different Home Goods than the first Home Goods I went to. So I did find a few things that I hadn't seen in the other one. And I got two of these little back cups. I thought they were really cute. They're really thick glass, so they seem like they're really good quality. So I got two of these, and then I got black version with little ghosties on them, another two of those. And yeah, these cups are they're really sturdy compared to some of the other cups that I had seen. They're kind of like Anthropologie dupes, so I thought these were a good deal. They were $6.99. And then I also got from Home Goods a little toy for my dog. It's a little Halloween toy. It's got like a little witch's hat on there. I don't know, it's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. And he's got a little vampire cape. So I thought that was cute. It makes a different kind of sound than what he normally has. And he heard it and he wants it now. So we're going to give it to him. So I think he likes it, and I haven't even given it to him yet. Yep. Grab it. Yeah, I think he definitely approves of the toy. So that was everything I got from this haul. Didn't get too much, just kind of a few things that I've been eyeing for a while. So that's pretty much it for today's haul. I've been really enjoying these paint by numbers, so I figured I'd pick up another one of those. As far as Home Depot goes, they really only had like 5 or 6 animatronics and only like the Chucky dolls that were out. And I did ask one of the workers there, and they said they're going to start putting their Halloween stuff out in like the next week or so. So we'll probably have to go back there and see, because I definitely want to check out some of their animatronics and just see kind of like what other Halloween decor that they have. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. Help your girl out. And till the next video, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.